review. Well, this is a non-alcoholic review. We have a non-alcoholic beer, but I have like an hour and a half of snow blowing, and I just don't want to do it. So we're just procrastinating, for lack of a better way of saying it. Yeah, we're just doing things that keep me from going outside to snowblow right now. And then we'll go outside to snowblow. I got to get my axe too because I got to make a new path over by where my ghetto. I can't even think right now. My gate is. Wow. This is Phillips IOTA Pale Ale. Is there have these blinds been completely broken in our from before we were here, or can I open them? Can we? Oh, they look like they might be messed. Hey, hey. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay, that's so much nicer already. Yeah. Okay. So Phillips IOTA Pale Ale. I'm not a big fan of Phillips Pale Ales. There are a lot of Phillips beers I like. Their IPAs and the Pale Ales not usually my thing. The type of hops that they use out there. From what I've gathered in BC, I'm really a big fan of sour Pale Ales and sour IPAs, but their regular Pale Ales and the regular IPAs, the variations of hops they use in BC are usually not the type that I'm a big fan of. That being said, who knows, right? And I haven't had a real beer in forever, so the fact that I can have this non-alcoholic one really, it's good. This is 0.5% alcohol by volume, 70 calories a can. So it would take 10 of these to equal 5% alcohol. So if you get drunk on, let's say it takes you 5% alcohol beers to get drunk, you're looking at needing to drink 60 of these in a fairly quick amount of time. You're not, because this was an argument we were given because we had some non-alcoholic beer here, and we were like, oh, you can't sell that because people can get drunk on it. People are going to get water poisoning before they get drunk. You're gonna be in front of the toilet peeing the whole time. But whatever. 70 calories. 1 gram of 1 gram of protein. Sorry, our carbs are 16 grams. Sodium is 25 milligrams or 1%. Potassium is 45 milligrams or 1%. Calcium is 10 milligrams or 1%. Iron is 0%. Protein again 1 gram. Nothing else to read, so let's drink this. There's my cup over there. Okay. So the problem is, I always use my left finger to do this, right? And because this is the finger that completely lost the nail when I broke it with a hammer, I still don't have nail all the way down. This is just like shit because my nail's back a few centimeters. Well, yeah, probably about a centimeter is what I'm missing of nail to the front. So I can't actually get that under there the way I normally would. So now I got to try and learn how to open with my middle finger, and I can't do that. So then I got to switch. For some reason, if I'm not using my pointer/index, I can't get under the tab to open it. So I always hold my can in my dominant hand, and I always open my can with my offhand, with my index finger on my offhand, but I can't get that under the tab, so it really throws me off. I need that nail to finish growing back. Woo, that is a nice looking beer. And again, I'm not a big fan of Phillips Pale Ales, so I don't know how much of a fan I'm going to be of their non-alcoholic variant. And yes, this is a plastic cup. It's what I have here, okay? I don't have a beer glass here. We are on a dry res. When we left Pavernatook, which was a very wet Inuit village, to come to this First Nations res, this res is dry, so there is no alcohol. So I got rid of all my cups. I even got rid of my beautiful glass that my wife bought me, mostly because I didn't think it was going to survive the travel from Pavernatook to LeGrand, then LeGrand to Montreal, then Montreal to Winnipeg, and then Winnipeg back to here. Because when you move your personal effects, it all goes through the WLSC. It goes through our company's logistics network, and that would be the travel it would have done. And some of the companies that touch your stuff aren't the gentlest. So I just left it. I'm like, this isn't going to survive, and it's going to hurt me more to have it broken than to just forget it. So unfortunately, I left it. The head is now dissipated rather nicely. We do have a beautiful amber color, crystal clear, slightly off-white head. There is still a snap, crackle, pop sent out of the can. That's There is a slight tinniness to it. This is a 0.5% alcohol beer, so it's going to be very thin. So I kind of expected a slight tinniness out of the can. But there's also a very nice apparent fruitiness. I'd say melons. Melons and like maybe a raisin, a nice dark fruit. Cheers, let's try it. I'm intrigued. Well, the IOTA Pale Ale gives off an iota of flavor. I can't say there's no iotas of flavor in this. There might be no iota of alcohol, or just a tiny iota. And it's not under attenuated like a lot of non-alcoholic beers. I'm always afraid of a non-alcoholic beer, even when it's made by a reputable brewer, because I've just had so many not good ones. So this really reminds me more of like a nano IPA, one of those like 2, 3, 4% alcohol IPAs. I guess a nano pale ale, because it is a pale ale, not an IPA. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Nice caramelly flavor in there. A little bit of nice caramel flavor. A little bit of bready biscuitiness. And a slight dark fruit finish. I mean, I expected this to be worse. I really did. Mostly because, again, I'm not a big fan of a Phillips Pale Ale. Apparently, I need to drink their non-alcoholic variants. If you put this in front of me and didn't tell me it was 0.5% alcohol, would I take a sip and know it was non-alcoholic? No, because it actually does taste and look real beer. Even at 0.5% alcohol, it still has like a medium mouthfeel and a medium body. It's a solid little beer. So for those of you that are out at, say, a picnic or something, and you don't want to drink, but you don't want to be harassed by people, because I know there is people that do it. I've seen people have done it to me. For those of you that don't know, I am very open. If you watch my heart to heart videos, I talk about some of my past problems. And one of my past problems, well, it's not even one of my. I was suicidal and depressed and full of depression and suicidal and everything for a long time. I did attempt suicide by drinking myself to death. Twice I tried that way. Once in my younger years and once in my adult years. And after my adult one, I stopped drinking hard liquor to the point where you go out and all your friends try to push shots on you and push shots on you and push shots. I have not had a sip of hard liquor in a long time, in a very long time, years upon years upon years. And I refuse to even take a sip of it. I do drink beer, mostly because I know that I can't ingest enough of it in a fast enough time to do anything before my body starts just expelling it, either urination or, you know. So beer doesn't bother me as much because I haven't had a problem with abuse with that, but I have with hard liquor. But I would go to parties and people will push and push and push no matter how many times you say no. So, I mean, if you are going to a picnic or something and you don't want people to know that you're not actually drinking with them because they will keep pushing, even though they shouldn't, it looks it, it smells it, it tastes it. As long as they're not reading the can very hard, I mean, because I mean, you could be just standing there like this, right, with your finger over the percentage. And if your finger's over the percentage, nothing on here that says that it's under that it is a non-alcoholic brew, because that's what it is. It's a non-alcoholic brew. Again, could you get drunk on them? Science says theoretically yes, but no. And they say that because of just the amount you have to ingest in the time period you have to ingest it because of what's going into your liver off of these. So, and there's been lots and lots of studies on non-alcoholic beers and whether or not it can happen. And it there's enough people that say no, then I'm going with yeah, you can't. Um, I like it. It's good. Out of 10, as a non-alcoholic beer, probably give this an 8. As a drink on its own, probably give this a 7. I would buy these again. Like these do what they're supposed to do. Thank you guys. Bye.